Greetings, this is Lisa. If you go to sleep at night and you feel like you've done something, more than likely you have. We consider that you work for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading my Bible, and my own personal experiences. Now, before I put the wig on, I just want to share with some other ladies out there when your hair starts to get very, very brittle and dry, going up and down into space does dry out your hair. And then if you're a high end woman and you got businesses or you pay people's wages and maybe they don't like you, people will do witchcraft to fuck up your hair. I've been starting to put lavender oil directly on where they scalped me, and Michael says he's helping me grow my hair back. I look at an image of myself from the 1980s, and he says it helps. Now, it's I have these little tiny hairs, so the hair dries out and then my hair looks crazy. I call it Einstein hair. I've been putting straight oil in it. Do not use straight oil unless you test yourself first. I have very, very thick skin myself personally, and I know there's a lot of very thin skinned people out there, and I don't mean that in like a derogatory way, but I just wanted to share, like, if you're going up into space and you're listening to me and you realize that the dream time is becoming very real for you and your hair starts drying out, that's why, because the vacuum of space is very drying. And sometimes on the spaceships, the air quality is not always the best. They don't have a lot of humidity up there since water is a commodity um, that they have to garner, and why the Federation stays close to planets because they have to garner goods and water and stay alive. After all, they are living beings. Even if they're higher dimensional, they have flesh and blood. They're living beings. They eat, they exist, and they have needs. Um, so that's one message they wanted me to give to you today. Um, I am not in a very good place. And so, trigger warning, I do have some nasty negative shit to say. And I'm going to say it first and foremost and get it out of the way. For the past 2.5 years, I've had an association with a person I now call Victor. And speaking of that, I have a reading for it. But I'm attacked. My life has been destroyed and attacked because of this association to Victor. I have expressed on these videos for other people who have walked out of relationships where you found out your other partner was involved in witchcraft and warlockery. This stuff is very real, okay? And generally, they have groups of people supporting them spiritually, energetically, to make you look like the bad guy. So that's what's happening to me. Um, so your hair, they attack my hair. They've cut me. And this is all circumstantial. I put on the blue wig when I lived with my ex because I was actually afraid for my life. And as I've been away from that experience, I'm awakening to memories. Now, I don't know if these memories are implanted by the evil coven, but there's 3 specific women who are dedicated about this guy, and Victor's not even, he's gay, and he married somebody to seem like a straight guy. They had children, but it wasn't his children. The story is so convoluted and bizarre, it's almost to the point where I'm disgusted with it. Oh, And by the way, if anybody hears guitar in the background, it's Sheldon King. He's on YouTube, and he's a wonderful guitar player. I find his music very relaxing. Anyway, this coven, and I've learned through 5D, I've had experimentation sexually in 5D with Victor, and it goes on. And 5D, they can come through, they can take your shit, they can garner your passwords, they can actually push you around, and it's amazing what can be done through the dream time. Now, if you want to call somebody, social services, or have me put away, please do. Please do try. I would love it. Oh, and by the way, I got one. This is off the charts, but Spirit wants, they just, if I don't say it, I'll forget it. I saw on the internet how cobalt blue is the new black, or is the new cool color. Do not any of you, under any circumstances, say I was not the influencer for that. Okay, because that's bullshit. And I was the fucking psychic who said Donald Trump is going to be fucking president. And I'm still only at 19 subscribers. God help you, Google. If I get my inheritance, I'm beelining right to Kansas City to sue you motherfuckers. Know this to be true. Anyway, cobalt blue. I'm sorry, I'm the fucking influencer on that. So kiss my fucking ass. Anyway, attacked, okay? Attacked. They put tissues or their fucking underwear on the floor in the middle of the living room. It's got intention. If you have always your vagina is itching, you go to the doctor. There's nothing wrong. You use the Monistat. It doesn't go away. You got people attaching to your sacral energy, and they're causing that irritation just to keep you low vibration, okay? They'll lie about you. They'll actually come in the dream time, cut your hair, and then say she had cancer. She should be dead. That's not really Lisa, and steal your identity, and so much bullshit can come through. And I'm to the point where I told Victor yesterday on this channel, I'd walk away with you. But I realize now that's never going to happen. It's never going to fucking happen. So I'm tired. So if you out there hear about somebody had to go to the hospital because maybe a 5-way tool was found in their rectum. Here's where the trigger warning is, people. Or, maybe they swallowed this. Or maybe somebody got, this big giant file is so far up in their intestinal tracts, they have to go to the fucking hospital. Or maybe it's an ice pick, jammed all the way in their fucking brain. Why did they do that to themselves? Or down their throat, okay? Or even one of these tools. So I have my angelic team shoving items into people's orifices who are doing sex magic on me. Now here's what happens. And if you visualize where all you see is tits and somebody fondling those nipples, that's sex magic being done towards you, okay? Now, I have psychic vision, and I'm so fucking sick of your tits in my third eye that I'm asking my team to shove implements of work up your orifices, wherever they can get it in. So when you hear about people coming out of the hospital, how the fuck did that get up that person's ass? My angels did that. I'm going to take credit for it, okay? Come and arrest me, please. I'm ready. Now here's what they do when you see them frickin' nipples and they're just jacking off. It hurts my hip. It hurts to walk. Now, Lord Shiva showed me this spinner device, and it cuts the attachment to me, and it harms their woman. We've used the spinner device. We've done the cutting method like this. You take your arms and you do this and you visualize the person, because your spirit team will tell you who's doing that to you. I've done that 2.5 fucking years and they're still attacking me. Now, it got to the point, people, I'm physically fit. Okay, I've got a bad back. I probably need back surgery. But I should have been able to function at my jobs. But I've been attacked. I've been compromised. I like to work physically and I like to work hard. And now I have to be really ultra creative about it. I need help. Because they're keeping me from employment via having somebody around here fuck with my car. My latest is I got hacked through the washing machines in this building. So I had to close my debit account. I'm really fucked. Very limited. I have a limited little stash. And I'm 69 and they're making it so nobody wants to give me employment in a brand new place. And I'm not moving. This is where the Empress puts her fucking foot down. Okay? And you're going to find out how Empressy the blue wig really is now. Okay? Because we're cutting the mustard. Five-way tools. Great tool when you're doing construction. But let's see how the surgeons get it out of your fucking rectum when it's all the way up there almost by your spleen. So, Miss Lisa's tired of it, okay? Now, I have a card reading that goes with the word justice. After all, I'm asking Spirit to perform physical justice on people who physically want to misuse me, misrepresent me, and keep me sequestered for fucking life. After this message, I do have an image. Well, actually, let me give this first to show you that I drew. Spirit had me draw this. So if you see like a dark color and then there's lit up elements that look like they can be the configuration of either images or words, like little symbology, this is Spirit giving you information. Okay, that's downloaded how it looks for me. So I'm just sharing this. They thought maybe then you wouldn't be surprised if you see these images. Sometimes it'll come through looking like maybe a stone plaque that might be ancient, and there's a figure generally in the middle, and then some symbols and configurations around. It's that this entity is conveying a missive to you, or they're giving you information of maybe this was part of your life in the past. Okay? So that's how imagery comes through for me. Now, on to the message that has to do with justice. This is the word for today, because tomorrow is Monday of the new year. Justice is going to be metered very, very soon in real life. Eight of Wands. Swift moving, passionate, magic maybe, or maybe just motion. Speaking of motion, Victor, I saw you last night. I fucking saw you in a green shirt with blue checks, and you had a navy blue jacket on. And you were on an airplane, and you were opening the upper compartment, getting something out for kids. You had a bunch of kids with you, and you're flying with somebody they know as Aunt Kay. Why? Why am I seeing you? Anyway, Eight of Wands. Four cups. Four motherfucking cups. Apathetic. Just thinking about it. Thinking about the fucking cups. But you're not gonna do anything about it. You King of Cups. Fuck you. Justice. This is about justice. The King of Cups has been protecting the Empress from a fucking Queen of Pentacles. Which I appreciate that. Queen of Pentacles. The second part of the story. Standing guard, blocking. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't coming any closer. She says, fuck you, bitch. I'm keeping you fucking unhappy. You fucking Empress. You think you're the fucking Empress. That's who Victor's keeping me from. At night. In the sacral energy. Which is starting to piss me off. It's pleasurable. I ain't gonna deny that. Victor's very pleasurable. Now, here's where it gets fucking ultra ugly. The Emperor. Duh. Oh, man. We don't like that guy. He wants to win at all fucking costs. He's gonna win. He wants to nest with fucking Victor. He wants fucking Victor. The Emperor wants Victor. And this fucking message, this fucking Page of Wands, Empress bitch fuck with the blue wig on, is gonna cause so much anxiety for that fucking devil. Because she's a magician. And she's fucking with magicians. Fuck you, Emperor. So, because of that little story, I pushed Victor out. Go to your Emperor, Victor. Or choose your Empress. But quit being fucking up in the air about it. You still on that fucking airplane? So, there's the message today. I'm sick of it. So, with that being said, I don't know how much more I'll come out on this channel and do the blue wig, because after all, I'm really not in fear of my life, even though they do threat shit to me. I have to work very hard now to figure out how to keep my life floating. Since they won't let me monetize, I sit and watch my own fucking videos, and I see that thumbs up thing go, and I see the video ticker, and no number ever fucking changes. So, I will sue Google as soon as I have an opportunity. Now, I have some boom boom messages. They're very bizarre and obscure. I don't understand most of them. But in last June 7th, I'm sorry people, but I get information. Last June 7th, in Georgia, and I'm told in and around Macon, I hear that, Macon, a rare unicorn energy was either disabled or tried to be put down, or maybe it was put down. And when I asked Spirit about this is like somebody did something to a future light worker, okay? in Macon, Georgia on June 7th. So anybody out there knows anything about it, there it is. Um, this is for a dead person. This is for Ethel Kennedy. This message is for Ethel, so nobody else listen in. Close your ears, blah blah blah. The bear that Ethel fights, if Ethel, if you can introduce some copper into his DNA, that'll fuck that guy up. Or he's working on something with DNA, and either we do want him or we don't want him in copper. Okay? Something about the bear's DNA and copper, Ethel needs to know. So if you're out there and you're one of the team working on it's on need to know only, so I know nothing about this other than I know he developed the whole brain schema energy weapon thing, and we don't like that. So DNA, the bear, and copper. This is for you guys. Now I don't know who's working on that. Now this is another obscure, very bizarre message. Now I talk about Victor. A lot of you know who that is. So for regular people listening in, there is a conglomerate, a coven conglomerate of actors. Okay, they do very bad things. I make fun of them all the time, and they attack me for it. I'm paying a price. I'm paying a hefty price, people. Which hopefully will come out in the wash someday and I actually talk about it and people take me seriously. At least that's what Valiant Thor has told me once. But anyway, that Valiant Thor is in trouble a little bit, but we're not going to go there, okay? So there's good actors who are very disgusted with another group of actors who not only actors but musicians too. We're talking about creative people. Oh, and I have something else to talk about before I end this boom boom thing. But anyway, my daughter made this card. Like, we like Ben Stiller, so I'm Ben, but I'm not that Ben. Is saying he's if it's not that Ben, it's going to be somebody who's not a Ben and who would never pretend to be the Ben. Okay, there's a joke about that. Don't fuck with the muse. Stop fucking with the muse. Okay? It's time to transform the whole energy. So there's a bunch of actors who are going to come out and tell you other actors to stop it. Fuck off, transform it, transmute it. And then for the person you're fucking with, you know, if you're one of these people like me who gets fucked with, you know, it's time for self-care and chakra cleanse and all that kind of stuff. So I'm taking this as meaning, you know, I don't have work right now, so I'm going to get into self-care. If I'm not out here, people, I'm like got mud mask on me, or I'm up in the rims walking and I'm taking in the fresh air. I'm doing shit for me. Okay, so that's what you need to do. If you've been attacked and you want you know, work weapons up their rectums and stuff, it's time for some self-care. Okay, so that's good advice, right? Now I want to talk about one more thing. I want to talk about, I know this is very maybe petty, and I'm not trying to be as if I'm better, but I wrote my boom boom cards, and one of them is words are death or life. Okay, words are important. I hear constantly there's no gender in the tarot. Now, my channel is not for children. I get children watch me who are not being paid attention to. Okay, so this is for children to understand. There very much is gender in the tarot. There's gender in the world. You're either a man or a woman. Women give birth to babies. Men have penis parts. They like to insert those into women's vaginas. Now, in our society today, you know, there are men who like other men. Obviously, there's an emperor who wants that fucking King of Wands. And that King of Wands card is not referring to a woman. Otherwise, it would have came up as a Queen of Wands. And the cards have a way of adjusting around each one. So let's put it in perspective, okay? If the Empress, if this King of Wands came out with the Empress in reverse, this would be a man who has a very feminine side. But he's still a man, he's got a penis. You can't deny the fact. Now, occasionally, there are people born with both parts. And unfortunately, doctors decide, unbeknownst to the parent, they won't even tell the parents, and then they make a decision, oh, which one has more, there's more female hormone, there's more female parts, let's make it a woman. And in our society today, those unusual people who are kind of special and should be left alone are made to be regular. Now, I'm not trying to judge and say you shouldn't be this or you shouldn't be that, because homosexuality's been around for ages, and in some places in the universe, it's the way to be. You just accept it as it is. All aliens need to reproduce. Hence those mythic, epic, wearing of the mask and having those parties where that's what that is for. It wasn't for general entertainment, although it is entertaining, but it was a functionary thing for a real reason, that to keep their society going. It wasn't for fornication purposes like it's used today. That's the unfortunate part of witchcraft and warlockery. They don't understand the real history of what they're involved in. But I wanted to get something. I hope I didn't put it all away. Where did those cards go? Well, I pulled out a deck and it's disappeared. So I'm still being messed with energetically. Oh, there it is. I just wanted to share, and I've been starting to really, I don't consider myself a very good tarot reader, but I try, I like it. But I'm really studying lately the symbology. So here is the Two of Cups. He's obviously a man, and she's obviously a woman. And I can't help but note the symbol of health and healing here. You see that in the doctor's office. You see them on their little certificates that they graduated. You'll see this on license plates, cars. It's like the DNA strand, it's health and healing. And I can't help but feel that the man and the woman together is very healthy and healing thing. Now the only one I kind of feel like doesn't have gender in the tarot is this Temperance card. And that could be masculine or female. And that's a lot of times how the angels are. Angels can be like, if they were to come and take form on planet Earth, I have a lot of male angels around me. Hamiel showed up once as a woman named Rosemary. Yes, I figured it out, it was you. Anyway, that's an unusual story I have. Anyway, this is like the only card in all of tarot I find is what you would call gender not specific. But the tarot is very gender specific. Now, I brought this to somebody's attention once. The Queen of Cups. Supposedly, the Queen of Cups has a heart, very giving, very loving, very creative. Creative, right? But if you look at that queen, look at her face. She's not happy. And boy, she looks at her cup like, I don't like what's in that cup. This particular Queen of Cups bothers me. I brought that up to somebody once. And she's very much a woman. And look, the King of Cups. He's very much masculine. And he's got a cup. And he's got this thing here. And I often wonder, sometimes that thing makes me think about in Doctor Strange, when he picks up that thing that kind of looks like that, and the guy says, you don't know how to use that, do you? You know, but I think this king knows how to use that. And then there's the King of Pentacles. He's very masculine. He's got a robe on. This is very gender specific. He's got water running through him, this King of Pentacles. He thinks about stuff. And then there's the Queen of Swords. I just want to show some of the... I don't understand the saying, there's no gender in the tarot. The tarot is very full of gender. And if you think of the dramas of our life, it has to be mother figure, father figure, priests, teachers, pastors, aunties. Does your auntie have a black cat? Very feminine. Flowers. Very masculine. Now, how they're placed in the reading, you know, it could be a King of Swords with a very fiery feminine side, you know, but it's very gender specific. So, I'm not trying to be a word witch, but in a way I am. And then look at her, the Empress. The Empress. And she's got that heart. Green, fertile. She's got yellow sky in the background. She deals with soul stuff. You know what I mean? She's more than a queen. She connects with the stars. She's got a crown of glory. I would expect to see her out at night talking to the stars, and that fucking crown is just lit up and things are shooting out of it. And the Strength card. Strength. She's very feminine. But in a way, like the angels, she could go feminine or masculine. She's got that infinity symbol over her head, so she never tires and will never wear out. And the King of Wands. He's a doer, and he's got a little lizard down there by him. Lizards are incredible little beings. And the Emperor with his rams, very Aries, very alpha, very masculine, and he's got armor on. And that's all I'm going to go on that. I will show you a few more things, because this is a tarot of pagan cats. I have become enamored with the little imagery on them. So check this guy out. This is the Six of Wands. That he's got laurel leaves on his ears, and he has killed the rat. He's a winner. This guy, and he's somewhat orange. He's a fucking winner. Now, now here's like the Ten of Cups and that white cat. I'm sorry, but he's very masculine. I like that image. And the Emperor. Here's the Emperor in kitty cat form. And he looks ever like the man on them birthday cakes. I'm eating all those cakes, man. And there's one of the queens. I think that's Queen. She got all her butterflies. I just love the images. And these two guys, look at it. It's definitely masculine and feminine. So even in kitty cat form, he's looking at her like, hey baby. And she's very feminine. And then of course we've got to end it with the Nine of Wands. Anybody who listens to me should be able to relate to this card because you've stood your ground, you've held them off, and you've decided, this is it, we're going no further, I'm done. I am the Nine of Wands. Matter of fact, I have to figure out, make my Nine of Wands t-shirt. One of these days, maybe I'll have merch and stuff. Peace out, everybody. I think you're amazing. And if you've listened to me all the way through, thank you so much. Thank you for listening through my rants. I'm tired of it. I don't know how often I'll be out. I have lots of work to do. Anyway, I think most of you are amazing, and I absolutely do love you. Bye now.